down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a draw.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 67 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. On play action, now Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? His throw caught at about the 5. 23 yards on the play. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up.
And that's caught by GRONK for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that will put them on top here in the third. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 60 yards.
Black 58, Royal! Black 58!
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Brady. Left side, it's Dorsett. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Reggie Ragland, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shotgun now for Brady. And a dump off to White. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll get this down to the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Back to throw. The Conley's got it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He's back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 3 seconds remaining. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Butker now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So the Patriots coming out now. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season?
And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Sometimes it comes down to one final play. A dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game. But behind closed doors at night as they're going to sleep, they do think about those dramatic endings. And how about that one? Go up and get it, Hail Mary, and sprint to the locker room with a victory that you didn't look like you were going to get.
That is the epitome of the highest high and the lowest low in the game of football.
Bro, oh my God.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the